Hey everyone, Jackson here. Today we'll be looking at the questions from the Q&A video, part 2. And we're just going to hop right into it super quickly. So, first of all, got a question from Brixon who says, who do I prefer? I don't know how to pronounce that first name. I'm going to attempt to say it's probably like Meowscarada or Florigado. And I'll probably have to go with Florigado, sorry. I looked at both of them previously, and like Florigado looks better, and I looked at their specs, and I think Florigado has better specs. Next, we have a question from Sloppy Fingerboarding, who asks, some people have asked a similar question, but I'm genuinely curious. What's the best part about my content? That meaning his content. And I would love to make improvements to my channel. And have I seen Annie Yan on YouTube? So first of all, Sloppy, that's a great question, dude. And I think that your style is really good, and I think you're improving on every single video you do. One thing is maybe like you kind of film from a front person angle sometimes, and I would kind of just cut that out. I started doing that, but then I realized you sometimes don't get the entire trick. But really, you don't have a lot to improve on because your style is great. You've got some great content. I know in your most recent one, you were filming from a camcorder. Like, you were filming the camcorder, which maybe isn't the smartest option. But I think it's still an interesting video. And yes, I have seen Annie Yan, and she just shreds. She's awesome. Ando FB asks, what is your opinion on street fingerboarding? Street fingerboarding is a great way to go and look at a place and reimagine it. Maybe think, oh, that's kind of a lame, like you just walk past it every day. But then once you start fingerboarding, you're like, oh, maybe I could do something here. So I think it's great. You can really discover more places you like in your community. And sometimes you just want to get out of your house from fingerboarding. You go, have some fun outside. And then sometimes when you're outside, like I know this happens to me. I go outside and maybe I fingerboard for like 5 or 10 minutes. I'll put the fingerboard back inside and then I'll get me motivated to do other stuff outside. FB Watermelon asks, do you ever get bored of fingerboarding? Yes, I think kind of everyone who fingerboards for a little bit gets bored of it. I'm kind of going through that phase right now where I'm working on other stuff and fingerboarding isn't not as fun, but filming fingerboarding kind of got stale, but I think it kind of happens for everyone, and you kind of just have to keep on motivating yourself. So fingerboarding itself isn't getting boring yet, but the filming part is. I'll pick up eventually. I'll back up to where I was a couple months ago. So yeah. John asks opinion on low-shaped decks over high-shaped decks. I think they're both great, depending on what you're looking for. I tend to get, obviously, more pop from high shape, so that's a plus. But I feel like low shape, you can really, some tricks that might not look as good, look better when you are riding a low shape. I wouldn't say they're over them, but I wouldn't say they're less. I would say they're perfectly equal. Muskie FB asks, if you were able to pick one food to live off of, what would it be? It's got to be healthy. Probably celery. You could do a lot with celery. Really versatile vegetable, and it's just a great vegetable to have. I love eating celery. So, yeah. Thank you, Muskie, for the question. FB Watermelon asks, best fingerboard you have? That's parts-wise probably the dumb one, because it's an awesome deck, great shaping, great trucks. Black River trucks are so much better than Dynamics, and the wheels, urethane solos, honestly. But plastic, some can be good. John asks, favorite fingerboard trick? It's probably, for me, a varial heel or a tray. Both are really good. Yordle asks, what's one thing I could do to improve my videos, or her videos in that case, if I'm reading from a third-person narrative? It would probably be post more. You have so much good content, and I feel like your channel could be growing so much if you just put in some more clips on your channel, even just have them scheduled, film 5 clips one day, and then just have them scheduled, so you don't have to worry about them in the future. But your channel is great, Yurtle. Keep it up. FB Watermelon asks, best YouTube fingerboarder that no one knows about. Honestly, I ran into this guy like maybe a month or two ago. His name is Drool McCool, DROOLMCOOL, and he's really good, really underrated. He hasn't posted in a while. It's been like 2 or 3 months, but you should check out his Atlantis bench video. It's really good. Alex Rogan is also good, but he's getting more traction, and he's sponsored by Devise, so like people who are in the community know who Alex is. Great question, FB Watermelon. Qwerty Arriaga asks, am I good at fingerboarding? Yes, Qwerty, you're a god at fingerboarding. You're one of the best that does in the YouTube Shorts community and YouTube in general. And keep it up, man. John asks, plastic v urethane FB wheels. Could go either way on this one. It really honestly comes down to the bearing. I say the bearing is the most important part of the wheel, because you could have a trash $4 bead, but if you put in like an ABEC 9 bearing, it's still gonna roll smooth. But urethane, I like the squeak. It just, the grip helps me get better pop, so I'll probably go urethane. Another question I answered before by John. Honest opinion on BRTs v Dynamics. BRTs are so much better. They make a better grind feeling. They help me. I feel like I get more control not with the Black Rivers. Dynamics are very good though. I can understand if anyone says Dynamics over Black River or vice versa. They're both amazing tricks. Next we have an NFL question. Tariq Woolen or Sauce Gardner. Being a Seahawks fan, I'm going to go Tariq Woolen. Even if I wasn't, I'd probably say that. Sauce Gardner's been in and out. He's gotten burnt. I mean, so is Tariq Woolen, let's be honest here. But I think Tariq Woolen just makes better plays all around. And I kind of feel like Sauce is like the media guy, and Tariq Woolen kind of flew under the radar. Benny Mix Content asks, dumb one on a scale of 1 to 10. Do you know if 22 decks is Q+A overrated or underrated? Great questions. Dumb one on a scale of 1 to 10 is probably a 9 or a 10. It's a great deck. Only thing is I wish his concave was slightly higher, but I understand he can't really control that as much. I have heard of 22 decks. They're a pretty cool company. And I haven't tried a Q+A, but from what I've heard, a Q+A is just a dumb one, but like with a little bit more concave and obviously different graphics. So I'll probably go like rated perfectly because a lot of people like them. John asks, favorite video game? That's between Madden 23 and NBA 2K 23. Both amazing games. John asks, should I make a comeback? Yes, John, you should. Your channel's beautiful. It's a great channel. Post more. It's awesome. FB Watermelon asks, how good am I? Scale of 1 to 10. Probably 8, 9, or 10. One of the three. You have so much good steez, especially on those tray flips, man. You have really good fingerboarding potential. Keep it up, FB Watermelon. Hollow asks, weirdest place you fingerboarded? Probably Niagara Falls. That was fun. I didn't fingerboard like on the falls, obviously, or not near the edge of the falls, but it was a nice place to fingerboard. I guess I could say Rendezvous, because not a lot of people also go there. That was fun too. Are my videos L or W? That's from FB Watermelon. W, obviously. Your videos are great. Keep it up, man. Also, I forgot to say thank you, Hollow, for the good question. Now we have an NBA question. Who is the GOAT of the NBA? It's Michael Jordan. LeBron's getting up there, but he's never going to be as good as Mike. Stats-wise, LeBron is obviously almost going to catch up to Kareem at this point. I'm sure he'll pass him. But I believe that Jordan's the GOAT and will always be the GOAT until Jordan with better three-point abilities comes around. Am I an NPC? That's up to you to decide, but Jacksun says that Jackson's not an NPC. I don't know why I did a third-person narrative on that, but thanks for the question, John. And do I have a girlfriend? John asks. I don't. It's kind of silly. I don't think you really need one until you become like 17 or 18. So I'm not young. I'm not like a 9 or 10-year-old. But I don't know. Plus, I'm moving a lot. I move a lot, so it's be difficult to keep a relationship. But thank you for the question, John. And Ahmed asks, are you a boy or a girl? I actually answered this one for him previously because I just wanted him to know what I am. I'm a boy. But good questions. Thank you guys for asking these questions. Keep the questions coming. Might make a part 3. You guys clearly like the series, as said by my community post, because that community post got like at least, I think it was nearly 30 votes, which is a decent amount for community posts. And it was like pretty much unanimous that you guys wanted a Q&A video. I'll pull up the stats right now. So 48% of you wanted a Q&A video out of 29 votes. Next, you guys want a fingerboard brands tier list, and then a fingerboard brands collection video, and then a fingerboard like compilation video. But anyway, guys, thank you for sending in the questions. I really enjoy making these because I like answering your guys' questions. I feel like I'm gaining a more relationship with all of you guys. But once again, thank you. See you guys in the next one. Jackson is officially out.